My name is Maynard Neal, and I'm owner and operator of a flower shop named A World of Petals on the east side of Detroit. What made me decide to be a florist is I have a friend that owns a funeral home, and I helped him out with some marketing. And in turn, he had mentioned that he had a building across the street from his funeral home that was open to be a great location for a flower shop. So I kind of hee-hawed around and then just jumped right into it and said, okay, let me try it. And 7 years later, here I am. The way that I came about carrying these roses is I do an order direct to farms. So during my investigating or shopping, there's a flower auction in Holland, and then there's a flower auction for the United States. All the flowers come from Holland or from Ecuador, Costa Rica, etc., Colombia. And I noticed on the Holland auction they had something called rainbow roses I had never heard of, and this was several years ago. And when I saw a picture of it, I said, man, this is different. So they were an expensive rose at that time, so I tried to figure out the process of producing those myself here. The process of dyeing roses, specifically for the rainbow rose or all roses when you dye, is you have to get a pure white rose. And the farms, they actually take the rose and cut them. And then it goes through its processing to get wherever it's going in the world. They do a shock to the rose where it's like they cool it down. The rose becomes very thirsty. Now, speaking more specifically of the process, a rose has veins like we have in our bodies. So once you cut the rose, this is a process that each florist does with all flowers. You cut it and you cut the stem, and it opens up the rose so it starts to drink. Before that white rose ever touches water, you have to have everything ready. And once you cut, there's veins inside that rose once again. So you inject either 3 or 4 injections of color, and it goes up, and if you ever look at a rose, it actually swirls. So each petal that's along that vein will capture that color. And that's how you get your 3 or 4 different colors in one rose.